Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Okay, Brother Azariah here with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. I'm going to come at you with a quick lesson, just a real quick hit through the Spirit. Alright, so I was reading the book of Ezekiel, and I came across this precept, and I just want to kind of share with brothers, because, you had that demon vocab for a while. He was, he's always trying to come against the truth, okay? And I knew through the Spirit that there was a Salakia. There was multiple locations where it said we will remember ourselves, because that was a big thing, that we would, lose our heritage, that it was prophesied that we would lose our heritage, Let me see, so I got one of the precepts. Let me get this other one. So I found a precept, not only, because Baruch is the main one that comes to mind, in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. But I found another one. And also, of course, we already used Deuteronomy. Okay. This is a classic as well, but most so-called Christians completely ignore the prophecies in Deuteronomy and try to find some way to say that it don't apply to us. But the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? The unbelievers. Deuteronomy 28. Let's see here, and 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. Okay? And so, we shall be brought, we shall serve other gods, even wood and stone, and ultimately as a result of us, being taken into captivity, we forgot who we were, which ultimately, the children of Israel always forgot the Lord, which is why they kept worshiping other gods to begin with. Because if they would have remembered their true power, then they would have never done it. Let's get this one. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that's what our people have done. When the Israelites were scattered, which the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites. Let me turn that on. I don't know if that's going to help. We end up serving other gods, even wood and stone, those which our fathers have not known. I know I probably look crazy. It's dark in here. So, let's get the one in Baruch. Then I'm going to read this one I found in Ezekiel. So Baruch 2 and 30 says, let me get above that. Baruch 2 and verse 29. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. They shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And that's happening in these times. In the land of our captivity, America, Babylon the Great, we're remembering ourselves. And the Most High has given His sheep the ability to hear His voice. My sheep shall hear my voice. So let's get this precept that I came across in the book of Ezekiel. Okay. Ezekiel. Make sure I'm in it. Let me find it real quick. Alright, Salakia, so I found it. It's Ezekiel 6 and 8 is where I'll start. It says, "Yet will I leave a remnant, that he may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered through the countries. And they that escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captives, because I am broken with their whorish heart, which have departed from me, and with their eyes, which goeth a whoring after their idols. And they shall loathe themselves for the evils which they have committed, and all their abominations." You see? "And they shall know that I am the Lord, and that I have not said in vain that I would do this evil unto them." You see? So a part of remembering ourselves, remembering who we are, is remembering that we're the children of the Most High Power, Yahweh. Okay? And so you have to understand that. You know, when it says, in Baruch it says they shall remember themselves. Okay? But here in Ezekiel it says they shall remember me. See? "Yet I will leave a remnant, that he may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered." And Salaki. But yeah, that was the point, that we will remember the Most High, you see, in the land of our captivity. So when we read Baruch, and it says that, that's backing up the book of Baruch. Baruch, what was it, 2 and 29 again. 30. "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves." And like I said, remembering yourself goes back to remembering your power. You see? Once you remember that you're a child of Israel, okay, you should remember the Exodus. Because the Exodus was a very great and wonderful salvation for the children of Israel. And not only was it a great salvation for the children of Israel, but it was a great show of power on the Most High's behalf to these other nations, to where they feared the Most High. You see? All the nations abroad had found out about the Exodus, okay? And heard about what happened to Pharaoh, man. So remembering who you are came with remembering your God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? So I just wanted to get that precept, you know, because, you know, we read, you know, let me get this. Jeremiah 17:4. "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Even thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage." When you discontinue from your heritage, the things that make you a people, okay, which the nations have said, let us cut them off from being a nation. They have taken away the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai from us, okay, which essentially cut us off from being a nation, from being a people, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They've taken us away from our power. They've taken us from our knowledge and our wisdom in the sight of the nations, okay, which is the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay. So remembering who we are as a people comes with remembering the power who have chosen us to be above all these nations, man. So hopefully that lesson was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.